Yeah, I was running with the Rams. I would never be a motherfucking sheep. You are nothing but a little married lamb. Put you in a jar of lettuce and some cheese. In the sky like an eagle where I am. Shit on you in the middle of the street. I was running with the Rams. I would never be a motherfucking sheep. Yeah, I was running with the. Yeah, I would never be a. Yeah, I was running with the. Yeah, I would never be a whole village in a can. Yeah, they don't wanna let us be. Yeah, ever since they took our lands. Yeah, I could never be at peace. Yeah, not everybody get a chance. Yeah, lost in some shit you can't believe. Yeah, the colonists they try to stand. Ancestral lands and the spirit in the trees. Didn't give a damn about a man. The foreign rights they start manipulating cheese. For Thanksgiving they just wanted all the ham. The corn squash, the turkey and some beans. Yeah, but please not don't forget the yams. And the bill with a peace treaty and some greens. Everything turned into a scam. Damn, the government was on a scheme. Fuck a 13 fire, bitch, I'm taking back Ohio. Indiana, Michigan, I'm waiting by Chicago. You ain't never creepy, but you waiting to say hello. Hating on my bio, you erasing up the Bible. Yeah, Dolo is the Pilotman. Let's believe off the ground I'm about to be. Trust me, I would never let. Just believe through the clouds I'm about to be. Yeah, I was running with the Rams. I would never be a motherfucking sheep. You are nothing but a little married lamb. Put you in a jar of lettuce and some cheese. In the sky like an eagle where I am. Shit on you in the middle of the street. I was running with the Rams. I would never be a motherfucking sheep. Yeah, I was running with the. Yeah, I would never be a. Yeah, I was running with the. Yeah, I would never be a. The more I be, it's had a different plan. Yeah, I should have never signed no trees. Every time they open up their hands, all they can. Trust me, it was only about free. Homie, I might get you with the plan. Pick you up and leave you stinking by the leaves. Homie, you are just a fan. Not a troll, not a op, just a bee. Yeah, I was just flying around the clouds, you know, no one in the spaceship. It's not a brutal, cause you'll be pseudo and now be up on fake shit. In a village of town, I'm middle of loud, the government try to erase it. Getting the port in the morning, the dip in the night, I'll be on the mission. All these troops I'm trying to plan. Yeah, make sure you got the policies. Yeah, I was coming with the. Yeah, and we ain't fucking with the fucking beast. Yeah, I was running with the Rams. I would never be a motherfucking sheep. You are nothing but a little married lamb. Put you in a jar of lettuce and some cheese. In the sky like an eagle where I am. Shit on you in the middle of the street. I was running with the Rams. I would never be a motherfucking sheep. Yeah, I was running with the. Yeah, I would never be a. Yeah, I was running with the. Yeah, I would never be a.
I was running with the Rams. I would never be a sheep. Now, I didn't know the streets was a person. I know you talk about, look, this is one of them hypothetical channels anyway, so you probably think, I know you supposed to get it. You know, I ain't talking about something physical and stuff like that. Trust me, I do get it, but I'm going to tell y'all something y'all don't get. Because y'all be thinking y'all doing stuff y'all ain't. All y'all humans do. It'd be weird and it'd be funny. It'd be funny. All y'all be thinking y'all doing something y'all ain't. Y'all be calling it other stuff. So y'all really just all idol worshippers, just in different areas of life. Some areas more worse than others. But it all leads to the same energies. We're gonna break that down real clear. We're gonna break that down how y'all just really, y'all ain't doing what y'all think y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? And when you understand what you think you doing, ain't that, you understand you just some failed colonist. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand you're a failed colonist, the streets was never a person to be dead or alive. You'll understand that real quick. You just some failed Italian mafia movie. You know what I'm saying? 90% of Jay-Z songs was based off mafia movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Half of the New York City rappers got mafia names. You know, further than that. And if you doing a drill, you ain't did a drill better than Anthony Wayne. You know what I'm saying? You ain't do no drill better than Drill Danananom, whatever, DL Danananom, whatever these cats' name is, the Dale Ella War. You ain't did no drills like these cats. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You just floating off a spirit. You floating off a spirit of how this nation term America was built. So it's just like a system of business that you just running off people who did it much better. I said they think it's we're in the spirit world right now. Like I did it much better. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it all down. I'm gonna break it down because y'all be lost in the sauce, and a lot of y'all just running off demon time, demon spirits. You know what I'm saying? Not no angelic ones and stuff. I'm gonna tell you that. A lot of y'all don't know what's going on, don't know what you doing. You, your mother, your father, your grandparent, they all lost in the sauce. They probably was good oil running participants too. You know what I'm saying? Without them, the whole goddamn Batman Camaro wouldn't run. You know what I'm saying? Well, did Batman have a Camaro? You know what I'm saying? Did Batman have a Camaro? Oh, no, in front of that. America, when we gonna start making more cars? Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about some factories a little bit. So we ain't got to cry about no tariffs or nothing like that. We make it right here in America. In China, they go look back on the zipper tag or whatever, like made in the USA. Oh, in the USA. When Molly Sour Saggy self say something. Something in the USA. Oh, but that's all I remember. Something in the USA. So shout out to all my fire signs. Real tip. Not to all my fire signs. Also, my Leos, my Sagittarius out there. I'm Aries, though. I'm the best. Because I got all y'all. Sag, Moon, Leo, Ascendant, Aries, Sun. I'm all, you know what I'm saying? This ain't a competition. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a competition. Other than that, so don't look at it that way. We family. Something in the USA. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Toilet paper made here. Good furs. Once upon a time, people killed to come here and get furs. Now, I guarantee China, Indonesia on the back of this right now. I guarantee. I'm scared to look at it. I'm scared to look at it and look good in America at the moment. That's it. And that's it. See what I'm saying? We got to get on par. We all lost. Y'all talk about the streets. That's the streets. You can't get no beaver. You also no beaver fur and jump into the beaver wars without it being in the street in the village. So we're gonna break it all down what spirits y'all running off of and stuff like that. Because y'all not doing what y'all think y'all do. Y'all just call it different things. A lot of times you could call the streets Christianity and stuff like, you know what I'm saying? Ask somebody in jail right now, you know what I'm saying, why they in jail. They said they found Jesus Christ. That's how you was in jail. You end up being a God body, you know what I'm saying? You're more now. You some more. You know what I'm saying? You some conquistador more. You know, put in that. It's just some God body conquistador more. You know, put in that. Y'all be all over the place. Y'all, check this out. We're going to talk about what the streets is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but you going to jail and get out. You're a Muslim now. But it's a lot of different stuff. Before we get into that, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all be thinking these things is something else and stuff. Y'all just be wanting to be a part of something like that. You know, once upon a time, there was a little league football team. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, a little league wrestling team, baseball team. You know what I'm saying? What's that? You got bored with that. You got a little older. All y'all nigglets just start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all start watching Casino. Y'all start watching. Y'all, we need to talk about video games and no rappers and that like that. Now, I don't remember, man. Sometimes rappers trash. Song came out one week, forgot about it next week. I still remember Goodfellas. I remember that like yesterday. Pop it in right after this live stream. You know what I'm saying? Casino. You know what I'm saying? Kalito's Way. I get these movies. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I remember that all day, all year, whole life. So we gotta talk about some stuff real quick. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all be all over the place thinking y'all doing something. Y'all ain't creating nothing. Y'all ain't did nothing. Y'all just smack monkeys. And once y'all understand that, y'all just understand y'all low class, lower class Italians. Y'all low class Mexicans, low class colonists. And then once you understand that, you will save your life. You go back to Christianity, go back to Hebrew Israelism and stuff. Go back to being a snitch. Now go which you already was. That's all you gotta do. Find your Lord and Savior Jesus. Oh, enough of that. We're gonna talk all about it. We're gonna talk all about it because everybody be floating out of stuff. I'm trying to figure out what the streets turned into a person. The streets dead. What, that was a person? Where they was at? They sure wasn't paying y'all. Last time I checked, Rolling Stone magazine was paying y'all and stuff like y'all said. These goddamn Ticketmaster Corporation paying y'all. Bucket Hat Man paying y'all. I ain't see hip hop make a person stop doing a cartwheel on top of their head in front of some New York City or some Bronx building yet. I ain't see hip hop do that yet. I ain't see hip hop say, yeah, he created me. She created me. I ain't see that yet. Y'all still breakdancing about breaking y'all neck and shoulder blades every time a bucket hat pull up in a limousine. Every time. Every time a dick in the back of the goddamn limousine pull up, that you just ready to spin like Sonic the Hedgehog a few more years. When Sonic the Hedgehog come out in 1992 or something. Oh, about that. Fight the power. Oh, fight the. Oh, fight shit. Shut up. Oh, fight your way on VH1. Oh, about that. Get off the streets and get on VH1. Oh, about that. We gonna keep it 100. We gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Now look, check this out. Let's get into detail. Now look, all y'all really doing. Y'all just imitating old spirits of what Native Americans, my people, and goddamn colonists, some of y'all people, was doing what they wanted to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's all y'all really did, what they was allowed to do, or what they was gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying? I probably got some colonists, and if I go back a few generations that I can't find, but man, everybody been here so long. Somebody got a degenerate in their family. You know, somebody got a few degenerates in their family. So I'm going to tell you that right now. So y'all ain't far from the fruit. Y'all mind states. So first, you don't have to be so hard on yourself, okay? Y'all can go ahead and cleanse some of this stuff. Don't be so hard. You could be in jail serving 20 years right now. You could not be so hard on yourself. You got a little tablet. You watching me right now. It's not all your fault. Don't be next to no jail cell with goddamn Mystical or anything of that nature. But you can put that song on that dun 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 dun. It ain't my fault. Dun 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 dun. Did I do that? Mystical did that shit. Mystical did that shit. P. Diddy did a lot of that. No, funny. No, funny. Tory Lanez did that shit. No, funny. All this damn ice in this bitch. Tory Lanez did that. Ain't nobody doing no long investigation that long, and you ain't did that, man. You did that. You know what I'm saying? He did that. And if he didn't do it, whatever he did was gonna give him some jail time anyway. So it was some form of bribery there. You know what I'm saying? He probably had secret conversations with Megan Thee Stallion and Chelsea. Just Megan Thee Stallion, she wasn't in on it no more. She jumped out of it. You know what I'm saying? She ain't shake everybody's hand. She ain't pinky swear everybody and stuff like that. She probably took some money. You know what I'm saying? She probably had that conversation or whatever like that. She just ain't pinky swear with everybody else and stuff like that. So it was only two pinkies left going on. Tory Lanez and Chelsea. And shit, you know, Tory Lanez got the short end of the stick. The knife point and all that other stuff. That's what I'm saying, man. People can't be in these situations. You know what I'm saying? He did that shit. He did that shit. He did something. He did something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be doing no secret deals with no chicks. That's if you want to give them credit. That's the only thing you could think of. Yeah, Chelsea did it, but we all had an agreement that Megan was in on too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was supposed to renege. Megan reneged in a way that the public don't know. You know what I'm saying? In some type of way. She reneged in some type of way that she had some. They all would have went to jail in some type of way if Tory Lanez would have really went in the way he was supposed to. So he just thought that, well, I'm just going to let the police solve it. You know, the police, that's the police job. I ain't do it. It ain't my gunpowder or whatever. He thought police gave a fuck about comedians. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he thought. He must have forgot you in America. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn foreigner. That's already some compassion. You know what I'm saying? A compassion lesson up on a percentage scale a little bit. My bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to look at your case, but I can't get past comedian. I can't get past it, bro. I can't even get past it. Oh, none of that. I be trying to give a fuck. I be like, 10 years though, I be trying to give a fuck, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The comedian there, man, you got fairness. If you was in your homelands, bitch, you would have free insurance and free healthcare and shit like that. But we got other problems. You think I'm about to think about you? You know what I'm saying? That's part of the last couple of seconds. Let's get back to the topic. I'm saying. Now let's check this out. Now when we start talking about but yeah, I don't want nobody to be going through no trial or tribulation though. Shout out to Tory Lanez. That anybody going through trial or tribulation, now that's bad. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It might be other things he know he was supposed to do that he didn't do. Now 10 years, that's on the judge end though. The judge got to reap that. Everybody got to reap what they reap. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. And they percentage scale. The judge ain't gonna be on the largest percentage scale, whatever somebody else involved, and Tory Lanez's percentage scale ain't gonna be somebody else involved. And Megan, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own percentage scale, so y'all just pay attention to that. Pay attention to that, y'all. Everybody be cool. You know what I'm saying? Now look, check this out. Now when we start talking about y'all and this street thing, and it's just, didn't Nas try to do this before too? Because I be sometimes having to kind of compartmentalize what rappers be all in and what rappers ain't right now. I think 50 Cent might be top agent right now, so y'all gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? The 50 Cent party went and purchased a lot more tuxedos, so there's a lot more agency gonna get ready to get scoped out and stuff like that. So y'all hold your waters and stuff like that. But y'all just stay out of 50 Cent way. You know what I'm saying? Just stay out of 50 Cent. All y'all stay out of 50 Cent way. This shit is bigger than 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? It's like when 50 Cent is a man with a tuxedo on at the moment. It'd be somebody else. Right now it's 50 Cent. Y'all stay out his way right now. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that. A lot of y'all not understanding what's going on these lands. Now, when we getting into the street stuff, right? Y'all just imitating the spirit of what Native Americans and the colonists were allowed to do, or what they was gonna do anyway. It's just when y'all do it, y'all got to do it out of survival. So it turned into it being non-constructive with no culture built behind it, or for it to help y'all people as a whole. So and plus y'all scattered. So it's more of y'all against each other than y'all being already a part of one thing, or being y'all just all scattered over here and something. So that's a nuance to that. You see what I'm saying? So by y'all being scattered, once the colonists got rid of the Iroquois Native American government power, the colonists could do these things themselves now and on this land, and just bring foreigners like Africans, Asians, and Arabs, which is you, your mother, your grandmother, and stuff like that, and things. And then for the most part, they have y'all work these systems, because y'all have no ethnic origin history here. So it don't matter if y'all shields or not in y'all mind. You know what I'm saying? For an example, I know a lot of y'all, like, you either mix or you ain't, or you pure. So I know a lot of y'all get confused about, like, the CIA be putting out with these race baiters and who native or who African or not or whatever. But it's just like if you was born and you a Somalian mixed with a Puerto Rican or something like that. You're around Puerto Ricans. So your mind is already seeing things in a certain way. For you to even want to be a rapper in the industry, you are a foreigner. For you to already, your mother, grandmother, to automatically be Christians, you're a foreigner. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand the simplicity of it. Y'all try to get into other weird stuff where you don't even know nothing else but English. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you have nothing else to do over here but what this land was built off of. Colonists interacted with Native Americans, fighting over who gonna govern the land. So that came with a lot of things. Y'all just doing it in small pockets, and you're not allowed to do it on a large magnitude, because the colonists won basically all the Indian wars, and then for the most part, they're the only ones allowed to do these things. But y'all truly not doing anything different than the corporate world. The corporate is the streets, or whatever the case may be. It's just a safe way for people to do what was once done in a treacherous way. One group of people is in control of it. You see what I'm saying? So what is a colonist? A colonist is claiming a territory and controlling in some form or fashion, like a family, with a social group or a unit. You know what I'm saying? So when you a gang member or whatever you think you're doing, when you claim you some street ninja or whatever the case, you ain't doing nothing but claiming a territory with a unit as your social group, and y'all just bums at it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't do it at the level of colonists that did the most extreme pseudo manifested destiny ignorance in the reality. Like, you gotta look at it like that. Like, think about in today's time, if there was a water fountain and the government is the government, right? So if it's just a group of people and they're the ones saying this water fountain, white people, this water fountain, think about how ignorant that'd be. So think about how ignorant people are to go extreme with that. Like, that was a thing. Think about the extremity, but think about the emotions you have to go through if you just a small gang and you start doing that as a gang in your neighborhood or whatever the case may be. Like, think about you as a gang, y'all don't even think that deep to do some stupid stuff like that. That's extreme mental illness in some type of way. So y'all can't go that far. Y'all don't. So I don't even know why y'all trying to start it, but I'm trying to explain to y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all just running off of old spirits here and calling it something else, the streets. No, y'all slaves on reservations called neighborhoods that's named after Native Americans that ran it. So for the most part, here's the thing. Then let's say if you a so-called hustler from the street, you're just trying to be like the mafia. What is a mafia person? Hustling, but to the point you're trying to control all import and export within the area and willing to do violence to maintain your business or to expand it. Y'all just failed mafia people and stuff. When you do it, you break the law from someone who do it harder than you and just created a law so you can't do it. But that's basically what it is when they're going to take over other countries, actually taking the stuff off this land and having it for sale, and you can't do that if you actually live on the land. You pay property, you go to a grocery store, you pay for your clothes. You're not the maker of these things. Colonists had to come over here and figure out how to get clothes from us because we're the producers of the beach cloth and the deer and the fur and things of that nature. So if you're not the producer of the product, all right, that never stopped though. You still go buy shirts that's made from China. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you a group of Crips and Bloods in California, but none of y'all sell t-shirts. And this is the blood t-shirt for everybody family or whatever. Y'all somewhere killing each other or whatever because y'all up under survival. So y'all doing what people had to do over here for the sake of necessity, and to y'all is just survival because you're in a neighborhood. That's a reservation. And your government and your local police force is basically the colonists. You know what I'm saying? And the CIA and stuff. So y'all get all kind of tactics practiced on y'all also, such as myself and everybody else, and things of that nature, based upon percentage scale of what they're claiming as really don't exist, but influence. Now, when it comes into the corporate world, right? So in the corporate world, it's basically the streets, but y'all just put in a handicapped position. So people get robbed every day. Niggas get robbed every day, B. You know what I'm saying? In the corporate world, you'll get robbed faster than you are in the streets, and you can't even do the tactics that you do in the streets to prevent you from getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. You get punched in the nuts. That's what they call it. You get thrown up under the bus, where you're put in the same system of life, just with someone else controlling it and their people. So they could do it, you can't though. And your way of doing it was retarded anyway. You see what I'm saying? But in the corporate world, you're just put in a handicapped position of still some street stuff. So individuals who can't do this in real life can exercise these things on you as tactics in a safe way called the law, which is just colonists copying everybody's culture, capitalizing off of it and creating laws around it so you can't do it. For an example, they was buying tobacco and everything over here. Once they colonized everything over here, all right, this is how you got tobacco and liquor stores. They're still doing the same thing. In your mind, it's just law. In their mind, they just did what they had to do to take over other people's land who was already doing it themselves. So when they bring foreigners to come over here to do it, an Arab don't mind working in a liquor store. An African don't mind working in a liquor store. Native Americans got to restrain from alcohol. You get it? Now, for an example, bands, brands. Brands are a bunch of non-hustlers hustling a bunch of actual hustlers. You're just, once you're in the industry, you look at it like, oh, this is the law because I'm signing a contract or something like that. When I say law, I'm not talking about violence. Again, I'm just talking about law like legalities and stuff. But it could lead into that, but I'm just saying. So in your mind, this Italian dude who get ready to put Louis Vuitton on you or whatever, or some stilettos on you, that's foreign to here or whatever. Y'all either wear sandals, you know what I'm saying, leggings, stuff like that's more over here. But for the most part, when we start talking about that stripper look or whatever, that's England type stuff or whatever. But for the most part, I guess for people who ain't got no butt, to make their butt look bigger or some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying that my feet hurt energy. The men and women got my feet hurt energy that got on boats and stuff. Like, shout out to everybody. I love everybody. I'm breaking down examples right now. Just examples. I love everybody. But when we start to talk about brands, now once you start to talk about you ain't street, which it ain't got nothing to do with street, it's your hustler quality, which is why these brands need other people's faces to promote things in the first place that got these natural qualities, right? Here's the thing. Now you looking at it like it's law because you signing legalities, and it's money involved, right? But you don't understand the nuance of where that come from in the first place for that to work. But here's the thing, right? Brands is a bunch of non-hustlers hustling actual hustlers through the lens of being funded. So, but in all actuality, in real life, when a person can sell something themselves, the first thing they start to think is how the first group of people to cut off that's around for no reason. That's the first thing. Think about when you doing something and you just got a bunch of people hanging around, but you doing all the work. That's the first thing you be like, I don't need these people. My face about to be on a billboard. You know what I'm saying? My face about to be on a billboard or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You like, damn, the dude in the face. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Or the Grinch who stole Christmas or something like that. You know what I'm saying, bro, man? From the 5th and the 6th and the 7th floor or whatever the case, you might have a little problem. You like, well, with the great or something like that, you might have a little problem. I'll say a little mascot off the honeycomb box of cereal and stuff like that. For that. You might have a little problem. You might have a little problem because we just seen Sigourney Weaver star in the movie Aliens and stuff, and the starring cast who we don't know who acted it. We just seen the makeup over it. We was like, oh, that's Aliens and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We just seen these things and stuff. So a lot of everybody can't be on the front of the billboard. Everybody can't be in the front. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, Otis Williams was the leader of the goddamn Temptations. He wasn't the front man, though. He wasn't the, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the front. He wasn't in the front, though. You know, he probably was getting a check. He probably had a good deal with the bucket hat or something like that, but he sure wasn't in the, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta start thinking you gotta think real good. Think about your own life and be like, oh, okay, I see these things in reality. I see it. And you start knowing why you getting hated on and stuff at times. But for the most part, in all actuality, right? It's really a bunch of non-hustlers hustling hustlers. So it ain't like you got a clothing line and Louis Vuitton, like, that's dope. Can I buy that idea from you? And I got this publishing deal like a record company. So we can market your stuff in all these stores. And that's how we do deals or whatever the case may be. Y'all think like that. See, that's why they had to get Native Americans out the way. They're like, no, we own all the furs. We own everything of that. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't think like that. Y'all somewhere getting paid. You a puppet to got blood dripping down the side of your face like foreigner Rihanna on the goddamn front cover of the magazine Rolling Stones and stuff like that. Now, we somewhere making 1,000 live streams trying to make money and stuff, talking about it's her fault, and all she did was get a check. We ain't none of us blaming who running Rolling Stones right now. This is something they into. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't think like that because y'all ain't got no culture or nothing. For the most part, if I run a business or whatever the case may be, whatever I got on there is the stuff I like. I'm like, yeah, I ain't about to have nothing on there I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that don't represent me. Or whatever it is. Anything. I'm just making up stuff. Oranges. Oh, this person got on some clothes that got oranges on it. No, I don't want them on the front of my magazine and stuff like that. That's my magazine gonna be seen in front of millions. We've been here since goddamn the 1200s. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. It'd be something you'll be thinking like that in your real life, right? Right? So before you even think about Rihanna just getting a check, you just put in your mind she a foreigner, like probably like you. You don't know how to think that deep because you might be a foreigner. So you got the foreigner mind, you got the foreigner spirit. So you don't give a fuck if you a shield or not. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck to you. I'm just getting paid. Say, hey, get your money. I'm not saying anything derogatory. I'm just making examples of stuff. Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Anything. You know what I'm saying? I got pieces of foreigner in me through my father. So I'm not necessarily like, I'm just a live stream. But look, for the most part, like I said, right? So it's like y'all on a lower level, except y'all on some type of synthetic way of doing these things that if you really had a culture and people, these things that you hustling for, you'll be putting everybody in a position. Your all the women in your family will be doing all the clothing or whatever the case may be. Y'all be doing all, but since y'all in survival, y'all trying to do stuff the colonists have already did, but you in a lower class way of it. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it like that. For an example, in all actuality, right? When a person can sell something themselves, the first thing they start to think is how to cut people off that's around them for no reason. So it's like that on all levels of life, except the synthetic one. The synthetic world is based on humans creating games only a small group can win in. So that takes an extreme group of lies and all pieces of pockets of ethnic groups working as a team to do so, right? So not just white people. So don't think your bottom dollar or your bottom whopper that only white people is participants in colonization. If you think that, you're low-key retarded. Because, I mean, it's a fact that they engineered the ideology, but bribery is one hell of a drug when it comes to other ethnic groups and white people not having no problem getting other ethnic groups to be on board. You know what I'm saying? The bribery is one hell of a, so don't ever get it fucked up. It ain't no just single group of people. And they might have brought the ideology, but the assistant game was up. You know what I'm saying? The assistant Asian man, the assistant African, the assistant, that was up. That was up. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever get that messed up. Whatever's going on now is how it always been. Look at it like this, right? If you already over here, all the way in North America, being, I'm an Aztec warrior, so however the case may be, right? And then you got colonists getting beat up and stuff, getting wiped out. The last wiping out was the Battle of Little Bighorn, or whatever the case may be, with Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull and Cluster, right? Because y'all don't be understanding the severity of these things. They wiped out the colonists, wiped them out. So ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's just when they started to use all their other area territories that they already was downsizing Native Americans, that's how after time you still could spank and upgrade your weapons. You still could spank Native Americans or whatever the case. So during the 1500s and 1600s, colonists is getting wiped out. The Virginia colonists wiped out. You know what I'm saying? People had a government over here. They had to downsize the Iroquois government or whatever. So these early stages was white people assimilating. Let's get that clear. 1600s, 1700s, and before the late 1700s, Europeans assimilating. Once they figured out how to stop getting wiped out, right? Here's the tactics. Africans, Arabs, Asians, right? Now you got a military, Buffalo Soldiers and stuff, mad Europeans, and Asians and Arabs in pockets and stuff like that based upon territory. So that became promise. So what we doing now is what we always been doing, just not so detrimental. If you join the military, what are you getting paid for? Okay, that's the same way your grandfather got over here. Your grandmother got over here, right? The same way. When you was over there, we're going to pay you this in this area, and the job is to do what y'all did in America, what y'all doing everywhere else now. So I'm saying it's just this African American group is not understanding that for some strange reason. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to look at things differently, or I guess the FBA group or whatever. Which I'm gonna stop saying that. That's one person. That person is speaking for themselves. What's his name? I don't even think that's his real name. Then the she dude, he's speaking for himself. He's not even speaking for Pan Africans or African Americans and stuff like that. So anybody speaking with him, he paid for that. That he up here just like everybody else up here by themselves. We actually get more like because our views might be manipulated, but all you got to do is do this. Type in our names and go on people's videos that ain't got nothing to do with us. We have more people actually caring about people like me and other people, what we saying and stuff like that. That FBA stuff, it always go to one person. You go to date addict. It's no what they call that? It's no community, or no, it ain't no I forget what they call that. When you have a bunch of people reacting and responding, or involved, or some stuff like that, that's not reality. That's all online, or whatever the case may be. But maybe it's from them aspects of individuals. But if y'all really understood what's going on, this is what's applied to y'all, being in politics, entertainment, education, right? So just, you have to look at it like that. It's all still a game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just do it in lesser ways. They try to raise y'all brain up to do it in a more sufficient way. So let's say you got somebody that's in front of a microphone, whether at a college or something like that, because y'all got a bunch of those civil rights people, like a bunch of women, like men and stuff like that. That's what a shield is. Like that's y'all other ethnic groups' problem. You see what I'm saying? Y'all have no culture, so it's just shield. You don't know how to do nothing else but be a shield. There should be no such thing as people preaching something and saying us and we. You're supposed to have your people, and y'all supposed to already be in the same territory. The end. There is no such thing as talking to people across everywhere based off what? Where y'all get that from? Racism or I don't get it. Half of y'all don't even know y'all own family. Y'all don't be knowing none of y'all own third and fourth cousins or something like that. Get that together. Get everybody you cool with together. All live in one area and learn how to construct. Learn how to build cabins. Or pay the government to plug y'all up and electricity and stuff like that. But if y'all ain't talking like that, it's just nonsense. I don't know what y'all talking about. You can't, when y'all come up here and say us and we, you a shield. You getting paid. Who is us and we? You ain't my cousin. You ain't my brother. You ain't my uncle. You ain't my relative. And we don't share the same path. So it's purely made up. Influence is made up. So when y'all say even the streets is dead or whatever, y'all are slaves. Y'all just trying to make something happen. It's either you join the corporate streets or you just gonna be doing stuff that's against the law. But that's America. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like to bring up dead people because a lot of this stuff is smoke and mirrors. But for an example, you in the streets doing drills, but what's different than what happened to Charlie Kirk? What's different than what happened to JFK? What's different than what happened to Martin Luther King? What, one is legalized and one ain't? I don't get it. Y'all all criminals. Every last one of y'all. The CIA is perverts. The feds is a made up job. And y'all are just criminals based off survival. For these things to seem applicable, like the CIA and the feds. But really, literally, you just need a police force for each territory and each government. And really, everybody should be amongst their own people. But America ain't there at the moment. America is just some melting pot. So y'all ain't no such thing as getting it right. How? I don't understand. How can y'all get it? Y'all go to a school full of randoms. You Ethiopian, you Somalian, you Mexican, you Italian. Y'all all go to the same school. There is no such thing. I don't care what y'all talking about. And that's not being racist. I'm not saying everybody can't live amongst each other. I'm saying when y'all start to talk and start saying influence, that don't make sense if it's not made that way. You only could be, influence would never be a thing if it wasn't no melting pot concept. So influence don't exist. The reason situations are what they are is just because we don't have no civilized system over here. So we have everybody from every ethnic group trying to do one thing. We got every ethnic group trying to be Christians. Of course, you're gonna have 100 different denominations. You got every ethnic group trying to be gangbangers. Of course, everybody gonna be in jail. You got every ethnic group, like, it don't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no way to make that right. This is either you a hustler or you ain't. And you either gonna do it on a low class or you're gonna do it on a high class. You can't. Scamming energy don't even exist when you're amongst your own people and you're only doing foreign exchange, even if it's just with the next neighborhood. Y'all know how to make beads, they know how to make silhouettes, so y'all doing that bargain and exchange in some way, shape, or form. So y'all gathering together to exchange y'all silhouettes benefits both of y'all groupings of people, or whatever the case. Y'all not in that situation. You, your next door neighbor, are strangers. You, your person who live across the street from you, are strangers. So all y'all be talking made up stuff every time y'all say us and we. Who is y'all talking about? Obviously, y'all failed with saying us and we with your cousins, with your brothers and stuff like that. And none of y'all be actually, that's how you could tell y'all, it'd be like shills being paid. Stop getting online. I hate seeing this in my algorithm. Stop getting online talking like y'all trying to make us do something. If these is your worries, you do it. Whatever your problem is, take your iPhones, take y'all laptops, go put boots on the ground and record yourself doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like the police force, record yourself going to the police force, whether you a rapper or whatever the case may be. If you don't like immigration, record yourself escorting immigrants out or whatever. Stop getting online like you just talking to the air, like some imaginary people that you keep saying us and we gonna do something you frustrated about. We don't give a fuck about what you frustrated about. This just your content we see on your MySpace page. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all got to get that in y'all brains, like, for real. Y'all be y'all be lost. Y'all get up here talking about us and we need to do something. If something happened in my family or something around me, that's when something get done. Ain't nobody about to jump 5 city states ahead that I could have swore the government paid for a police force. They paid for all these things, for all these things to be there. I don't get paid to do that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all must get paid to get up here and talk like y'all talking to people that just gonna get up and protest whatever y'all say. Y'all being rappers or something like that, or y'all being actors or singers. I don't know what y'all think y'all be doing. Y'all ain't nothing but shields. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Y'all got foreigner brains. That's a foreigner way of thinking. Y'all sitting around trying to protect America. I ain't got no problem with America, but that's how y'all be sounding. Y'all trying to protect America. Y'all ain't in on America. America ain't got shit to do with y'all. There been other people getting paid off America real good for a good couple hundred years. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nobody start talking about, man, I'm this and that. Y'all retarded. Just like the streets. The streets ain't a person to be dead or whatever. Like, y'all are just trying to survive. That's all y'all trying to do is survive. Y'all got low-hanging fruit ways of doing it or whatever. So you can't sell no big tobacco, no big alcohol. It's against the law for you to have an alcohol store. You can't even drink no alcohol, you know what I'm saying, in front of your location or whatever without Europeans judging everything. And they got other help. Like, just made up stuff. It's just like a whole bunch of made up stuff. You know what I'm saying? For an example, let's say if you got a culture and you just got somebody come judging your culture, make a whole law over it, and then start justifying what they think about it. All the way down, it don't matter what it is. Y'all can start gathering tree bark. Right? Somebody has colonized the tree bark, and you ain't allowed to exercise tree barking no more. Then you got somebody saying, hey, this with tree bark, this how I feel about tree bark. This will be my sign off on a law about tree bark or something like that. And this is your whole culture that ain't got nothing to do with shit. Just somebody colonizing it or copy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. Y'all all in a made up world. Y'all just in a made up world that none of it makes sense. Right? It don't even make sense. Like somebody judging some other shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? This what y'all do amongst yourselves. So this what y'all doing when y'all talk about the streets is dead. Who was in the streets that wasn't there based off survival and your parents was broke? I don't get it. Y'all don't know how y'all got there. You just got off a boat and someone else who was lost with no culture was just fucking. And the story of y'all lives. That's y'all parents' lives. That's y'all grandparents' lives. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And then once you go past that, none of y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So that's as far as it goes. Y'all just don't know how to do nothing else but what colonists do. Y'all calling it other stuff, but y'all just trying to call it survival. Y'all not doing anything but what a colonist did and a mafia did. Whether you selling dope, whether you think you in a gang, and then you think you putting it on wax and stuff like that. And y'all got to be careful too. This ain't no argument online. Anybody online talking about the streets is dead. They wasn't street. They were snitches. You know what I'm saying? So once a person already a rapper, this what y'all need to understand, right? I'm in the hood. When you from the hood, it ain't about you being street or whatever the case. It's just where you from. You know what I'm saying? So you know what things actually are. These rappers y'all be listening to, man, these don't be nothing but if you ask one of their friends around them, they'll let you know real good. They just have to keep their mouth closed because they friend got the money. Man, these don't be nothing but suckers and punks that just be making mistakes because you got money. You know what I'm saying? These cats be low-key having deals before y'all really know about them. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, a lot of people, I don't like to bring people up, but if you want to start talking about drills and stuff like that, I guarantee cats ain't get that trigger happy until they got some money in their hands and they had the idea that they can go to an Airbnb or something like that, or they could go to a suburbs or something like that. When you broke and you know your parents ain't get ready to pay for no stuff like that or whatever the case may be, you pick your poisons real wisely. You know what I'm saying? You pick your poisons real wisely. If you got a homeboy who got a record deal or whatever, y'all about to just do a whole bunch of dumb shit with y'all money. That's what y'all see from these people y'all claim as drill rappers or whatever the case may be. These be punks who got a little bit. That's like for an example, let's say I'm in the hood right now and somebody got a deal or whatever the case may be, or some money, right? We might start going crazy just because I know we could take his money and get out the way real quick. It literally just be that simple. Other than that, man, these cats be punks and stuff like that. These cats be just, it be some favoritism type stuff. Like, y'all got to look at it like it's high school. So when you get in the industry, it's some favoritism type stuff. It be just one punk with money, so they start doing stuff that they wouldn't do if they ain't had that opportunity. It's like cats who just do stupid stuff with an opportunity. That's 90% of the rappers. And 90% of the rappers ain't the cats that be doing shit or whatever the case may be. It is be punks who got money and they be like, oh, I could do something and I could get out the way. That's it. I could go through 2 cities away. I can go to suburbs real quick. Man, if you was right in your goddamn mama house or goddamn right up the goddamn block or some goddamn shit, trust me, we wouldn't be hearing them lyrics like that. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be hearing them damn lyrics like that or whatever the case may be. So these be punks that the government be funding and stuff like that, and then y'all be getting it way after the fact, and then y'all be thinking, yeah, these cats are street. These cats never was street in the first place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they be still getting beat up by their homeboys, so they still be going through mental trauma on how to act and maintain and get out the way from cats who could still hit them upside the head, who stayed next door to them and stuff like that. That's what a lot of cats they be having around them, they really don't be wanting these cats around them no more. They wish they could have the money without these cats that they around. You know what I'm saying? They be dealing more with that than anything. I'm gonna tell you that right now. These rappers be dealing more with that than anything else. How to get away from the cats that they was already around. That's what they be dealing with. They don't be dealing with nothing else. These cats be suckers, man. These cats don't be controlling nothing. The money control these cats. The money control the whole archetype. The money control the whole situations. Other than that, these cats be suckers. I don't care. You could name a rapper. None of these cats was hard in the streets until they got a deal. It just was at a time you ain't know they had the deal. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It was just it might be a few rappers you can count on your hands that probably was really about that before they was around somebody with a deal. Other than that, it's somebody who was around a manager that was a fed. And just was like, I'm about to put you on, and dude had that opportunity, so dude started to go crazy in areas he didn't have to, and stuff like that. That's it, man. Other than that, man, cats is punks. No, I'm saying cats be punks. But other than that, y'all gotta understand that. So when y'all be thinking about the streets, whoever saying the streets is dead, y'all only hearing that from snitches or people who wasn't street in the first place. No, these cats wasn't street in the first place. They couldn't wait for a way out. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't wait for a way out. This is a way out right now for somebody to say fuck the streets or whatever. This is a way out or whatever. All that trauma these cats built was once they got some money and created situations they couldn't handle anymore. It wasn't just no regular shit, whatever. They was making a whole bunch of oops upside their head daisies and stuff like that, not knowing how far stuff can go when you do shit. When you thought you had an opportunity or something like that. Other than that, man, these cats just be punks. A lot of these cats be foreigners from other countries and stuff like that. Y'all need to understand that. Understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start hearing about people getting shot. Y'all, these be the first people y'all start talking about gangster. No, that's a victim. Anybody got shot, you a victim, dude. You ain't no a person who be going around doing stuff. That be the person people be like, you better not shoot him because you know you about to get shot back, or you know you got to take him out, and you got to worry about people here around shooting you or whatever the case may be. Other than that, you got shot, you a victim. You got lucky if somebody did something to the other person, or if he ain't in jail. Other than that, you just been running around limping and shit. Like, y'all said that, y'all be tripping. Like, y'all online talking. Y'all be online talking, man. Y'all ain't from the streets, man. Y'all ain't from nothing. The hell y'all even be talking about? Y'all say y'all don't be talking about nothing. Y'all be getting hustled by brands. By some old gay Italian dude or something like that. Get ready to put stilettos on goddamn it, the gay future Playboy Cardi or something. Y'all get hustled by brands. They be having y'all look crazy. They be having y'all paint y'all nails, dye y'all hair blonde, wear eyeballs on y'all clothes and stuff like that. None of that money go to none of y'all people or family, nor do y'all have any. Y'all mothers just be like, good job, you did a good job. You did a good job, her poor ass brain. Y'all mothers got poor brains. Your mother ain't even got no lenience to think about. No, I'm saying y'all mothers ain't shit. But at the same time, it's like a lineage down, another lineage down, another lineage. So y'all gotta understand, man, ain't no such thing as nothing what y'all talking about. Y'all all lost on America. You only got two routes. You only got two brains to think from. And none of them is y'all's unless y'all go to y'all homelands. You only could think like a colonist, European, or a Native American. That's it. You don't have no other ideology. You know what I'm saying? Question yourself right now. What's your God? What's your religion? I guarantee it's either gonna be a foreigner, or you on my page learning, or you some damn FBA trying to tether to my people. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna bring up some colonist ass God, or you gonna bring up some shit that learn from my shit and just make up how you was here first, how you was a Moor or something like that, or how you was something else or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee your God from Palestine. I guarantee your Hebrew Israelite God from somewhere. All right, and then tell me what's your... y'all can't use music. Music is not a culture. Everybody use their tongue. When you come over here with your tongue, it don't matter how much you're trying to speak English. You're still gonna be speaking with your tongue. So for the most part, Jamaicans still make Jamaican music. Y'all just Americanized. You know what I'm saying? It still sound like Future. Still sound like Young Thug. It still sound like NBA Youngboy. That's Jamaican music. That is Jamaican music. It's just Americanized Jamaican music. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What do y'all think that is? You know what I'm saying? I don't know who keep leaving Jesus. I don't look at the chat no more, though. The chat ain't worth looking at. I seen Jesus, though. I don't know why I said Jesus Christ. Yeah. That I don't know why who see, I know that's robots and stuff like that. Saying Jesus Christ on my page is assaulting my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean by that, Dolo? Because if you actually know what the Bible mean, y'all just worship colonists. For an example, Moses is Cleveland Moses, right? I know you probably read the Bible. Oh, Moses is somebody 2,000 years ago. No, it ain't. Every person named in the Bible is a colonist 300 years ago, or a Native American 300 years ago, all the way to Abraham. That's a Native American that was in Massachusetts, or whatever the case may be. Abraham, all the Native Americans that was in the military, and all the colonists, every last one of their names is the stories of the Bible is the French and Indian War. The French and Indian War, when the French and the Indians got together against the British. That is the Bible. So it's like even saying Jesus Christ is assault my intelligence. You might not know that. But saying Jesus Christ, you just worship the colonists who created the military. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know when y'all be seeing that one eye on NLE Choppa or every celebrity album cover and movie, Star Trek, Here go Captain Kirk. Here go Captain Kirk. Y'all, it's like the Rockefeller dude with the one eye and the colonist dude from Britain. Like y'all worship white people. That's y'all God. Y'all, all of these are real people in the Bible. So when you worship God, the God is taught to you by a white person. It's their ideology. You worship white people ideology. So the language in court is demotic. And then when you say you worship Jesus Christ and Jesus gonna save you, that's the Spangler and stuff like that ideology. Their government is gonna save you or some stuff like that. If you give your life to Jesus Christ, that's you giving your life to white people. If you go against Christianity and Jesus Christ, you're gonna offend white people. That's literally it. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. So if you watching the news and they say Venezuela, we have to do something with Venezuela, they're talking about drug dealers in America. If you watching the news and they say they have to do something with Africa, they're talking about black people in America. If you watch the news and they start bringing up aliens or dinosaurs or 2,000 years ago or something not existing or something coming back or whatever, they're talking about Native Americans or something they was watching that they got offended of based upon what they listened to me or something like that. If you hear them talking about Iraq or Israel or Palestine or whatever the case may be, they're talking about anyone who's against Christianity in America, right? So anytime you hear these things on the news, you're going to see in real life these getting exercised on you. See what I'm saying? So anytime you see something about Venezuela, there's going to be a new law searching French on drug dealers or some gun violence. Anytime you see something about Africa or something like that, you're going to see some type of race baiting against Africans or black women or something like that. Anytime you see some new spooky thing coming or some aliens or somebody ain't here no more or whatever the case may be, they get ready to take somebody's rights from trying to create a group of like Native Americans did or whatever. Anytime you hear about Iraq or Palestine or Israel or something like that, they get ready to attack, go to war on why don't people believe in Christianity no more or whatever the case may be. And if you see any other thing, this why you retarded. You know what I'm saying? It's like just white people playing games on y'all. It's like a mental thing. But if you go to Africa, Africa is going through something else. If you go to Iraq, Iraq is dealing with something else. You know what I'm saying? But once upon a time, you thought something was going on in Iraq, but 2 planes crashed into buildings here for somebody else's insurance plan of whoever owned the property. Last time I checked, you own property, and if you do something to that property to do some type of scheme, you get the insurance off of it. You think people ain't doing that on larger scales? Y'all are just retarded. That's why I don't get involved in none of y'all shield energy or y'all politics type stuff. It's almost insulting my people and my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's easy to tell when a Hebrew Israelite, that's a shield. Pan-African shield. FBA shield. Anybody up here talking, Martin Luther King was a shield. Anytime you getting funded by a college, you a shield. You wouldn't have to do that if you got your people. You'll actually just have colonists trying to infiltrate you, like, because they trying to control stuff. Other than that, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. Who else is you get paid for? We damn sure ain't paying you. We ain't paying you to race bait every day. You know what I'm saying? To sit up here and talk about aliens every day and talk about the Bible every day. These people sit up here and debate about the Bible every day. That's y'all other ethnic groups' problems. These people sit up here and race bait every day. That's y'all other ethnic groups' problems. These people sit up here and rage bait every day. That's y'all other ethnic groups' problem. These people sit up here and talk about y'all women every day. That's y'all ethnic group problem. So yeah, it sound good. That might get y'all attracted, but it ain't what they're saying, it's what they're doing. For an example, y'all Africans or y'all got Jordan Lee Peterson or what's the dude name, softball head and stuff like that, right? Okay, y'all might think he sound good saying the stuff y'all want to hear, how y'all need to stand up or whatever the case may be. All right, but it ain't about what he's saying, it's what he's doing. He's paid every day by quote unquote who y'all claim y'all against. I love white people, you know what I'm saying, but who y'all claim y'all against, and for some reason they're getting paid to sit up there and tell y'all problem. But that is the problem. Martin Luther King was y'all problem. Why is you in front of anybody's college? Why is you in anybody's church? That ain't your shit. Malcolm X, Why are you a Muslim? What land is the Muslim God from? That damn sure ain't from America. That's a foreign God. You know, so you just like made yourself mad. Y'all, Marcus Garvey made himself mad. Made his little BB head mad. It's like y'all make y'all self mad. I don't see Asians doing that. They don't care about being here first. Nothing. They just make the money. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Filipinos getting mad. It's just like some other type of stuff where I don't get it. Y'all, where y'all be talking about? Like, y'all saying be weird as hell and stuff like that. I'll be making up shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just be making up stuff and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Y'all just have fun, I guess. But yeah, y'all just lost. But that's how it's easy to say shields. But I guess they in some energy of thinking that this is what it takes to influence people. But if influence actually existed, we wouldn't be here in today's time we in right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand that. When people be trying to say, I'm out here influencing the kids, when did you get influenced? Your mother couldn't stop you from doing what you did, and whatever music you was listening to couldn't stop you from doing what you was doing. And it didn't motivate you to do what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? You did what you did based upon your area, your location, and whatever was entertaining you was just your theme music or was just your theme movie. Right? That don't mean anything. Just because a rapper talked about a drill don't mean you robbing toilet paper for your mother and you ended up in jail. That music artist motivated you. No, you was in the hood. Y'all was broke. Y'all needed toilet paper. And that's the only idea you had to come up with. Just because whatever you was listening to NBA Youngboy or something like that, ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Why do y'all make up influence? Where do y'all get that from? Y'all gonna have to find me in reality someone actually being influenced by somebody else that ain't they people or already around them. I don't see it. I don't see it. Just like y'all be seeing it be coon old woman, activist woman talk about we got to take this out of the music or whatever the case may be. Cause it's affecting young women mind or whatever. Huh? Would nobody even care to do it at that extreme level of what? They didn't get paid for it. So y'all got the wrong argument. You need to be attacking who's paying people to sit back and be like, I don't give a fuck about what people saying. I'ma shake some ass because I could get $100,000. So whoever interested into paying people hundreds of thousands of dollars to shake some ass, I think what activists need to be going against. Not everybody who ain't even your people. Like y'all be making shit up. You cannot influence somebody to stop getting a check because of what you talking about. They'll be saying stuff like we have to stop because people are influenced. Ain't nobody influenced about what people doing. Unless we want to talk about them making money. If wasn't no rapper making money, wouldn't nobody give a fuck to rap. It'll go right back to culture, the way we do it. You're only doing it amongst your people, and if it get lit, Colonist gonna capitalize off of it, then years down the line, we come to where we at today. It's a gift and a curse. Yeah, it might cause problems, but we can make some money off of it. That's pretty much it, where it'll lead to. But if music was just music, it's just for your people, and everybody want to come see you like a concert, and that's it. Money ain't never got to be involved. You know what I'm saying? So y'all all are just being colonists and fake mafia. But you can't do it yourself. You can't have your own record label. You can't have your own liquor store. You can't run your own block. That's literally it. And the reason, the inability to be able to do these things is the reason why y'all start exercising violence on each other when y'all just get one ahead of each other, stuff like that. But truly, all of y'all are trying to hustle or steal products from each other. So if you're a thief, you're trying to steal products. If you're a hustler, you're trying to sell products beyond drugs. But y'all just calling the area you in the streets. No, you just ain't doing it in corporate. Corporate actually copying what y'all call in the streets, which is why every time when somebody got some good street qualities, quote unquote, what we're saying, aka just someone who know how to do it naturally. You have to be amongst the people to do it naturally, right? You the one who gonna be paid for to put on that Gucci coat, or you the one who gonna be cosplayed, and then it's just gonna be a law made around it so you can't do it, and someone who can't do it naturally can do it in a corporate way or whatever. And then that's pretty much it. It get watered down, And then now we need another business because that business don't work anymore. So it's just always having to go through business. We don't. It's no sustainable business because it's no sustainable solid people involved. It's just all cosplayers. Everybody cosplayers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Flea boss, bitch, you know, for sure. So this is this truth. Nobody's supposed to take this live stream because the stuff y'all be saying is crazy. That's why I be thinking like, man, I sit up here and joke. I sit up here and stuff like, man, people be up here serious, want to cause harm on other people and stuff like that. It be false truth and stuff. How do I be getting like, I don't get that. And then you see some of these people, I have no choice but to use my intelligence. That's almost like Candace Owens. She actually up here talking about us, people threatening death threats and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why ain't that type of stuff demonetized and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Not to say I don't wish that on anybody or whatever. And, you know, shout out to Miles being, you know what I'm saying? We have to really look at things clearly. We don't be looking at things clearly in reality in today's time. Like, you know what I'm saying? We frustrate each other for no reason. We cause problems amongst each other for no reason. We take things too deeply and seriously amongst each other for no reason. No reason at all. It don't ever really be anything invested behind it. But like talking points. So I don't want humanity going too far where it's like idol worship went so extreme that it ain't even about money no more. It's about talk power worship. You know what I'm saying? It's about the talking point. So a talking point, a person is willing to lose it all for a talking point. A person is willing to crash out over a talking point. A person is willing to assassinate somebody over a talking point. When is some money gonna get made? When is we about to have some new type of manufacturing over here? So it's stuff that people want to do. You think people don't want to put cotton together? Put tags on things and feel good to put the American tag on it? You think people don't want to put all these rims they buying in California and stuff? You think it ain't no new type of tires factory? Who's putting the tire factory, the rubber together? We can't teach other people how to do that and start pushing out the buildings like Walmart's? Like simple shit. Simple shit. All the way down to damn baby oil and baby powder P. Diddy had. Johnson & Johnson is not supposed to be the only goddamn corporations. None of y'all ain't got no damn foot powder, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Y'all sound stupid. You know what I'm saying? But, and don't let no shields rock y'all to sleep either, because they got all the money in the world. 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Beyonce, these people got all the money in the world. Why it ain't their responsibility if y'all quote unquote is one people? If y'all one people, why it ain't the people who the richest responsibility for y'all to live in one territory? Because they don't give a fuck about that. Y'all all immigrants. Brother, you came into the 1800s. Hello, y'all from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? My goddamn mom's mom was born on a with the Ikoyi or Echo Cherokee Reservation in Alabama, or whatever the case may be. So even when it comes into Mardi Gras, and when it comes into Mardi Gras, Black Wall Street, all these things, the thought forms that still played out today, that everybody is still carrying out, those were the time colonists was just doing any motherfucking thing. And Native Americans just trying to protect things, and then they had to play out those same type of tactics. Then the small groups of Africans, Asians, especially in that territory, right? And for the most part, dog eat dog world. Why you think the corporate world is so cutthroat? They never got rid of those ways. They never got rid of those tactics. Ain't no such thing as you getting the territory without taking it. But you have to do it the way how it was done over here so it don't go extreme. If you a gang or something like that, you can't do that. But if y'all like a family, a group of families, and y'all pick an area, and y'all say, we all about to stay here, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not on no rebellious shit like FFG.gov we're not trying to pay no bills or whatever. Like if you on some stuff like we just trying to live in one area, but we don't mind paying electricity or whatever the case may be. It's just I don't want to live next door neighbors no more, and we ain't rich enough to live in no gated community, but we don't want to be around radicals anymore, and things of that nature. There's a lot of territories and stuff like that, even already halfway done, because it's probably got abandoned buildings and abandoned houses. Y'all already got jobs and stuff like that, but y'all not connected as families like that. All y'all are on y'all own because y'all think like foreigners. But if you really had that mind state, or if you had indigenous people in your family, you already think that way. You don't know how to do anything else. You see what I'm saying? You would just be like, this is what you're supposed to do. All of us, we can't spread out. And y'all all build in one area together. So that's what it is. That's what a village is, whatever the case may be or whatever. Y'all don't have that mentality. All the way down to even how y'all grandmothers, and my grandmother had everything that was attached to her up under one household. Y'all parents, grandmothers, aunties, everybody, y'all all on y'all own. Y'all be arguing, beating each other up, kicking each other out. Parents living with the children, children living with the parents, one or the other relationships, and kicking each other out. Or y'all have no idea about life. Y'all supposed to be establishing something together. And your parents already failed if they're not doing that. See what I'm saying? Your grandmother, your auntie, your mother, anything they get is for what comes with them. Not is theirs. And then everything that come with them get the fuck on. What kind of life do y'all be living? This is why y'all is so fucked up mentally, physically, right? If you was really about that, you supposed to build your mother a house. If you about that, all y'all supposed to be in one territory. It should be nothing wrong with no one's cars, no one's lawn. I mean, every fall, everybody's rakes, everybody's yard is raked. Every winter, everybody's driveway is shoveled. Every spring, everybody's grass is cut. Every summer, everybody's stuff is engineered up and stuff like that. It should be nothing wrong. Everybody is so scattered and stuff like that. And you got to think about it. What? And ain't nothing wrong with these things. It's just nuance with it. You know what I'm saying? This family, this son went to the military. This chick went to some college, but a fraternity version of it, a sorority. She just didn't go get her education to go be a manager somewhere when she get out. She joined a cult somewhere. These things take you away. These things make you even start hating your own family for real. In certain aspects. This person wanted to go on vacation. This person went with this other ethnic group, got lost. It ain't nothing wrong with these things. It ain't what we do, is how we do it though. You see what I'm saying? And these is the early stages of y'all problem where y'all don't care to be shields. You know, because you don't have no culture. You don't have nothing else to be. So you have to be a colonist, right? You have no other ideology. You have no other ideology. You see what I'm saying? So it's just you have to be a colonist, hate on Native Americans, or hate on yourself and hate on Africans. You have no other mental template. Like you have no other. You know what I'm saying? Your highest ideology is, well, maybe I should join the police force instead of you creating one. Well, maybe I need to go get my education instead of creating one. Maybe I need to join a military instead of going to colonize a territory for you and your people. Y'all are backwards. And then y'all actually think these systems is going to work for you in some type of way. And I don't see in history where it ever did. But y'all go waste y'all time all y'all want. And I'm not telling y'all to be rebellious. And I'm not telling y'all to be violent. I'm telling y'all that you don't got nothing else to think. That's the point. Come up with something better. You ain't got to be violent. You ain't got to be a degenerate, right? And when you start getting your creative bag, you will care more about your pair of shoes instead of you waiting on a line for Jordan, which is another form of being colonized. And I told y'all, you must be retarded if you think all white people is the only people colonizing. No, you got colonized by a nigga. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah, you got colonized by a nigga. And that whole little drill line in every city and state Get ready to buy some drugs. So let's y'all not understand. See, y'all be the racist ones. This energy varies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to study sometimes. Study people like Oprah, if you already a foreigner. Michael Jordan. What is they doing to be able to get that rich? But we can't find in history of them getting no psyops practiced on them, like Kobe Bryant or someone else that we know that's another ethnic group, but got a large amount of money. But they ain't do no stuff like Dave Chappelle say, I'm gonna turn that $2 million down or whatever the case may be. Michael Jordan been making a whole lot of money for a long time with no psyop done. I mean, white people love him. Wait a minute, Oprah, long time, no psyop done. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, no scandal, nothing, little punk scandals, little scandals that don't mean nothing. Little scandals that don't mean. Now you gotta think about it. What moves they making? You know what I'm saying? You gotta start thinking like, maybe Michael Jordan need to go. When he gonna start running for president or something? You know what I'm saying? When he gonna go come out with a lecture or something like that? They got y'all learning about Tupac. Tupac was copying a damn Inca. You know what I'm saying? Aztec or something. You know what I'm saying? What the hell with Tupac? Rest in peace. But goddamn it, y'all probably we need a goddamn class with Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey class. What goddamn moves is they taking behind closed doors? They could just be safe and make that much money. You know what I'm saying? That don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, how come they ain't got no scandal, no nothing? Nothing. You can just sell as many shoes, just shoot as many basketball shots at the top of the world. Oprah, you in front of many microphones as well. Never got to worry about JFK. Oh, wait a minute. That got to be studied. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I care about at this moment. I don't care about nothing else. Y'all threw y'all auntie Kamala Harris way up the road. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already ready to bash her book or whatever the case may be and stuff like that. And we ain't getting no psyops from Oprah and Michael Jordan. Y'all, that needs some study. That needs some study. I don't care. I'm going to get into that. I'm like, what did this guy do to be able to make so much? No scandal, no espionage, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? No jail. The only thing I can find is you allowed to trash talk too? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You allowed to be a nigga on a shoe with a basketball for... That's too long. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. No, something ain't right now. I got to be studied now. That got to be studied. But I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. That pipeline. You know, for sure. To the bottom of the table. I don't really know. I changed your yeah. And I'm in the care of God duties and motherfucking responsibility. I think Michael Jordan needs to start running for government. I think he might do it. That might be the wrong thing, though. That might mess up his whole legacy. Old surfball, nerfball head, and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Old snowball, goddamn it, that can't melt and stuff like that because it's too much after the wintertime season. Goddamn ball head. You know what I'm saying? So you don't be living hard and dry like a rock. It's like a unmelted snowball. Michael Jordan's head. Yo, Macho Man Randy Savage kneecap head. Oh, about that. My arthritis in my left elbow head. Oh, about that. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal left big toe head. Oh, about that. Oh, nigga head. How you know? I'm jealous. I'm jealous now. Man, what cold ass bucket hat he got around him that's just speaking like, no, we're going to leave him alone. Let's leave our nigga alone right here. All right, I'll do it. Let's leave him alone. What Michael Jordan doing for that to happen? Like, what is he doing? Like, is it a certain way he wearing a tuxedo? Is it a certain way the tie is? Like, I got to learn. Other than that, I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Rack the swat, hell, hold that yellow hoop, Massasoit, mama no toy. Teach me. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. At least I do something with it and won't cry about respiration. Real shit.